Hi, my name's Keith and I'm known as a Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about black tourmaline and what it does outside of protection. This video is going to be very helpful for people who know that black tourmaline is the most protective crystal. And what does black tourmaline do outside of being the most protective crystal? A whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to start the video off talking about black tourmaline is something everyone should wear. This should be people's first crystal, but you have to cleanse and charge it the absolute most. You can't use this crystal and not cleanse and charge it. Watch my other videos. Watch my other videos on black tourmaline. It's the most protective crystal ever. That's it. It stops black magic, roadblocks, hexes, curses, negative energy. It does a whole bunch of stuff. But what happens when you wear black tourmaline as jewelry, which is the best way to use it, especially as a necklace? What happens when you wear it? What's its other benefits? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it's very good for confidence. So after it helps you with any kind of curses, black magic, etc., it's giving you a sense of peace because you know you're protected. So in that sense, it gives you protection. But in the other sense, it gives you protection because you know that you're protected, number one, but it also relaxes you. It gives you a sense of peace because what color is the root chakra? It's black, and black has to do with grounding. So it's incredibly grounding. It actually opens your nature connection abilities. Black tourmaline is extremely grounding. So a lot of times when people are hexed or cursed, they're running around like a chicken with its head cut off because they think everything is against them. They're fully ungrounded. So tourmaline grounds you. It helps you see what's right. It helps you see what's not right. It helps you really think about things that you do. And it just instills peace. It literally balances the crown chakra as well, which people don't know. And my next point is black tourmaline is incredibly powerful. And I'm gonna bounce around for a few points here, but black tourmaline can open your gifts. How? Because it stops anything that's blocking your gifts from opening. So some people work with moldavite or other crystals to get your gifts open, but sometimes that's actually not the best crystal for you, because what if you're trying to get into the door, you have the key, but what if there's a trash can in front of your door? Then you can't open the door because the trash can's there. So black tourmaline takes out the trash and blocks the trash from being put back in the doorway and allows you to feel peaceful, feel restful, and have your gifts open correctly, have your gifts open properly. So black tourmaline is extremely protective. It protects. Black tourmaline will protect. So it gives you everything after it protects you. So sense of mind, sense of peace, it opens your gifts, it connects you to Mother Nature. So that's the main thing. When you wear black tourmaline, you'll just feel safe and you'll manifest better. So black tourmaline does help with your manifestation. So I'm gonna actually talk about a whole bunch of different angles and perspectives with this video. So black tourmaline protects your manifestations. I'll actually recommend tourmaline before citrine for abundance. Why? It's because sometimes people can invite in the abundance energies and these prosperous energies into their life, but what happens if you have all this abundance and you're not protected? What happens to non-protected abundance? It gets taken. So when you have the kingdom, do you have the riches in the kingdom without walls? Does that make much sense? No. So black tourmaline actually protects your manifestations. It protects what's yours. It protects what you're trying to have, what you're not trying to have. It pushes away. So this crystal, I actually recommend as a love crystal as well. What do you mean black tourmaline's a love crystal? Because it protects your heart. You think you can walk around in this world and people know what I'm talking about. So what if you're not protected? Because if you're just wearing rose quartz is not a protection crystal. So it'll invite in so much love, but it's not always filtering the love. So you'll wear rose quartz for love, but you're not wearing tourmaline. Now you have people who want to mess with you. They say that your heart is very pure because the rose quartz purified it, and the rose quartz is attracting things that the tourmaline will filter out. So you'll get, instead of good and bad, you'll just have good. It's that simple. So you'll use tourmaline before you use any other crystal. It's a very simple math. It's a very simple science, spiritually. So you'll use citrine to protect it'll flat out protect your manifestations. It'll protect what you're doing. It'll protect your projects. It'll protect you. I mean, it works in its form of abundance simply because it protects your abundance from being taken away. Some of you can't get ahead simply because you're not protected. That's it. So you'll work with citrine. Pyrite's actually somewhat protective. Citrine is not protective. that crystal will crack and break just like rose quartz because you're under spiritual attack. So black tourmaline protects you. It redirects you. It makes sure you're doing okay. It makes sure you're doing fine. Keep wearing black tourmaline. Don't take it off. Don't put it on and wear it off one day. One day you're wearing it, one day you're not wearing it. The enemy waits for you to not wear your tourmaline when you go out, especially as a necklace. It's the most protective as a necklace. It's doing the most protection ever as a necklace. If you're not going to wear it as a necklace, I highly suggest you wear it as a belt. Or you can circuit it as anklets. So on your wrist, it's pretty cool. It's good. On around the necklace. And I normally put black tourmaline crystals on the back of my head too. So I use it in my belt. I use it in my anklets. So you can attach a piece at the back of your crown if you get a crown from FloridaStoneman.com when it's released, but it protects you. It does what it's supposed to do. A lot of times you guys can't manifest what you desire because there's entities stopping you. Even when you pray, and this happens to people, this is one major reason why. And yeah, crystals can connect you to God even better because a lot of you start praying and these entities attack you while you're praying. It's wild. You'll start praying and you can't focus on your prayers. You can't concentrate on your prayers when you're talking to God. God literally put these crystals here to purify that connection. So you're able to pray without a billion thoughts going through your head. Like some people just pray and they're not wearing crystals and these thoughts will pop in their head and they'll feel guilty, they'll feel sad, they'll feel ashamed. And it's taken away from their connection to moving closer to God because they have these entities around that were put on earth and so are these entities. And it stops them from doing that. So what happens when you're protected and you pray? It's a clean connection. It's like you're connecting directly upwards. So that is one of the biggest crystal reasons why it's very good to use crystals when you pray, because it cleans the connection. It amplifies the connection. So when you're praying, you have all these pure thoughts, all these clean thoughts. So black tourmaline is protecting your prayer space. It's protecting your area. Oh, black tourmaline is very cleansing. So how does it cleanse? It literally vacuums energies into the stone. So, you know, people do Palo Santo or rosemary and they'll cleanse the house. Don't use sage. I taught about sage. Watch my other video about sage. Go to that video next. Why don't you sage? Watch the video. It's almost 30 minutes long. It's more than 30 minutes long. So most people use sage flat out incorrectly and they're like, well, I can use sage if I want to. And chaos occurs. Flat out chaos. The next 3 days after they burn sage, it's a complete utter nightmare and they don't associate it with the sage. Back to the tourmaline though, I'm going to go back to my other points. So tourmaline is very good for connecting to nature. So if you're someone who's out in nature, it literally connects you to a very core element. So dravite, I used to call it druvite, or I don't know what its name is. It's dravite. I know I'm saying it correctly because I wear it, but dravite is an extremely grounding crystal, but tourmaline is the next color spectrum next to the dravite. So tourmaline is extremely powerful for connecting you to the nature element, for Mother Nature, for helping you feel more pure, for helping purify your vessel. It makes you it forces your aura open to accept blessings simply because nothing there is blocking it. So imagine if you're just feeling calm and grounded and secure and your manifestations are protected simply by wearing a tourmaline necklace or a tourmaline bracelet. The necklace is better, the bracelet's good too. You keep tourmaline in your car because it wards off people who have entities on them. So sometimes people will drive the way they do because they have entities on them. So it'll also, let me talk about this. When you wear tourmaline, other people around you will be calm, especially when you wear it as a necklace or on the right side. On your left side, not as much, but when you wear it on your right side or as a necklace, because the necklace does both yin and yang. Tourmaline is literally calming people in your environment. These people who would have some kind of entity on them that would push them to try to say something to you can't do that. So even if that person's a good person and there's no entity on that person will be. They will be. I'm thinking about the next 5 things I'm about to say because I'm trying to list as many. They will baby. I'm trying to list as many things in one video as quickly as I can because I don't want to make this a longer video. This is going to be a shorter video, but it calms other people down. So you'll show up in public and people will be a little more naturally calm. Even people who are negative, people who are positive, they'll just kind of they'll look more relaxed. They will look more relaxed. It's because the tourmaline's grounding them. If you're in the workplace and you're wearing tourmaline, it calms the people down on your team and it gets them excited in the way that they have to. So it stores your energy and it reserves it. So that's one thing about tourmaline as well. It's an energy reserve. So it increases your capacity to have energy. So what if your spiritual life force is at 100% all the time? When your spiritual life force is at, the bar is full, like I use this like a video game. When that bar is full, and it's full for such a long period of time, it actually gets bigger. So and for people who play video games, they don't know what I'm talking about. So when your life force is 100% and it stays at 100%, it goes to 110%. After a long time, it goes to 120%, then it goes to 130. So you're literally increasing the capacity of your aura just by wearing the Tourmaline. It purifies your aura. It seals auric holes, which... Oh, I didn't talk about that. It seals auric holes, so if you have these holes in your aura, where sometimes people's energy gets in and it just bothers you, it closes it off. It patches it. It just like... What's that little... that commercial from way back then with the boat? It patches the boat. Your life, they say, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, merrily, 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 life is but a dream. I don't remember the song. Your life is like a vessel, because I'm trying to use that as an example. Your body's a vessel. That's why they call it a vessel. It's a boat. So your body is literally a boat. So when it has a patch, it seals the patch. I'm trying to make this as easy to understand as possible without complicating it. So it seals the patch, and it allows the boat to not have water flooding into it. So water being other people's emotions. Oh, then another topic, because I'm trying to put as much information in this video as possible. This is the best crystal for empaths ever, next to Chara White. Tourmaline, then Chara White. So when you wear black Tourmaline, it puts a guard over, especially when you wear it as a necklace, it puts a guard over your face, a guard over your aura. So these emotions that are supposed to be getting into your aura that don't really belong literally get purified or vacuum into the stone. So purified is because I'm going to teach something about Tourmaline right now that I taught about in the past. It has a bi-mechanism to defend your aura. So 50% absorb, 50% deter. So what happens is it helps absorb energies that are supposed to go to you if they do get into your aura, but they actually push the energies out before they even get in. So I'm going to talk about that a little more. It's like, what's a good example? When the castle has a water around it, so the water absorbs any kind of, let's just say anything trying to get into the castle, and the castle is the wall. So it'll absorb anything, and then the wall will come down. So that's when people's Tourmaline starts breaking, and then it stops working as much, or it gets super hot. It's because the Tourmaline's under attack. So it has a 50% of absorbing. So it absorbs, it'll put up a shield to keep things away from you, like it blocks 5G. And then when you wear the Tourmaline, if anything does get to you, if it slips past the wall, then there's a backup mechanism. So if it slips past the water and gets to the castle, the wall's there. So it absorbs the attack, so you don't. And what happens if you do absorb a psychic attack when you're wearing Tourmaline? You want to know why Tourmaline works so well? It's because when you wear the gemstone on you, especially as a necklace, this is the necklace. Let's just say this is Tourmaline. So it actually, if it's in you, it goes straight into the Tourmaline. So if it pierces your body, which is auric body, your body's older than your mind. You've had more bodies than you actually think, like in different past lives. So if the curse or hex actually got into you, it goes into the stone. Same thing with people's emotions. If it got into you, it'll go into the stone. That's why at the end of the day, the crystal's so heavy. It's so hot. It's because something you were supposed to accept and absorb, you flat out didn't, because the Tourmaline did. So this video is talking about the protective aspects of, the non-protective aspects of Tourmaline, but you have to understand it works. It does everything else for you simply because it's so protective. So it's good for wealth and abundance because it's so protective. It works for love and your love life because it's so protective. It works for your manifestations because it's so protective. It works for peace and harmony because it's so protective. Can you guess what I'm going to say next? It works for peace of mind and balance because it's so protective. Cool. I like interactive parts of this video, but you do have to understand Tourmaline is a wall and a shield. So you have to realize that inside the wall of the castle, people are living nice and they're balanced and they're feeling good and they're feeling just more connected to their nature and their gifts and their surroundings. It helps purify the connection between you and the creator, because we pick up a lot of gunk on the planet sometimes, so Tourmaline cleans that out. I'll have a Tourmaline series coming soon on the website, which I'm very excited for. Any questions, ask them in the comment section. Till then, I'll see you guys next time. I have Tourmaline on my website, especially as a necklace, because that's the best way you can get Tourmaline as protection. Bracelets are good too. The necklaces are always better. Belts are good too, because it goes directly on the root, which is really cool. So you'll get aspect of the Tourmaline to protect you like that, which is really nice. I don't show my belt too often, although belts are really cool. I have more than one belt, but one belt I have shown. Now, if you have any questions, and anklets are really cool too. Check out FloridaStoneman.com if you haven't already, because there's beautiful Tourmaline on there. Check out people's stories, because everyone's has a different story about how Tourmaline has helped them. It'll help you differently than it helps everyone else, but they'll help you the same. Now, until then, I'll see you guys next time. This is a really cool video. I'm excited to teach more about Tourmaline soon. Ciao!